The British way, hey.
Here we go.
Welcome, Mitch. Well, this is
Thanks.
exciting.
Indeed it is.
We haven't played a game in a while together, and so this is like sort of a double treat. We're playing a game together after a long time, and it's a coin game. And others get to watch us fumble our way through this because we've never played this together before.
Exactly.
Let us know if you can hear both of us in the chat. But yeah, this is the British way. We're playing Palestine, which is the first of the four mini, I guess, games of the campaign. And you can play them. You can actually play them in sequence. You can play all four games in sequence. It's called End of Empire campaign, but we're just going to do the first game and see how we go. It's a small game, so what? It takes about an hour or 60 minutes on the table? Something like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard exactly how long it takes, but it's supposed to be more streamlined and more easy to get through.
Yeah.
Maybe Def, we might have to do the full 4-game campaign one time.
Well, that'd be pretty epic. And I know that there's some way that it impacts, one game impacts how the next one is played. Slightly, not massively, but still, enough to be interesting.
Yeah, right.
So, you're playing the British. I'm playing the Irgun. And the goal of the game is this, what's this called? The British political will in Palestine. It starts at 18. My goal, for me to win, I need to bring it down to 0 during a propaganda round, or for it to be at 0 at the end of the game, obviously. If I don't, then the British automatically win. And then the other stuff we're going to talk through as we go, I think, through the game. Well, there you go. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, that's me.
That's a bit loud. Let me see if I can reduce that if it was a bit loud. But yeah, and so the British have blue and tan pieces, and the blue pieces, the blue cubes are the police, and the tan pieces are the military, I believe. And so we are going to be going through the game. We're not going to explain the whole thing, but essentially we flip through a card, and yeah, after that the eligible player, who's the first on the left in this region here in the initiative track, will choose to either do the event, to do let me focus there. Magnify, there you go. Limited op, event, or open special activity, and then you can pass. If you pass and you're the British, you draw an intel sheet, which you use then later for other stuff. If you're the Irgun, then you can forgo the action to do a rob action in one space. All the actions are listed here, and I'm gonna probably have this up as we're going through some of these commands to help you out understand how they go. And yeah, I think that's it.
Do it. All right. I don't see anything on the stream yet, Def. Is it just me, or is it not come through yet?
It should be there. Yeah. Stelios is on the stream. Stelios, can you see the video? Can you confirm we're on?
Okay, I'm on now. I reloaded.
Okay, thank you. All right, so
turn it off and on again.
Turn it off and on again. There you go. Stelios, can you confirm you can hear both myself and Mitch? So let's kick off the game. I am first, and the first card we have is Chaim Weissman, if I am pronouncing that properly. So the events are: meets with the British, shift the Haganah track one step to the left and remove up to one sabotage marker from the map. So the Haganah track is down here, and it helps with British reinforcements. Basically, the further to the left it is, the more... the further to...
Yeah, the further to the left it is, better for me. Further to right, better for you. So you've got to... I think you have to remove these pieces when it moves down.
Yeah, that's right. And these pieces are additional pieces that I get to place on the map as the game goes on. So the events, you'll see they always have two parts, unshaded and shaded. Unshaded usually favors the coin faction, the counterinsurgent faction, the government usually, in this case the British. And the shaded part favors the main insurgents. So I could flip that one step to the right and then perform sabotage in one space. But if you see here, it's already to the right. So I don't think I'm going to use that, but I don't want Mitch to have it either. So I'm going to do... Well, if I don't do it, then you'll do it, right?
Well, I don't know. If I'm being honest, there's no sabotage markers on the board, so there's not one to remove.
There is
but
that.
Probably good for me to shift the Haganah track to the left if I can.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do an open spatial activity, and then having a look at the operations. So first of all, how do we get? If you look here on the political wheel, how do I lower it? I can use the action to propagandize, which is this action on the right, but I need curfew markers on the map. As simple as that. And then I can place sabotage markers. The more important the sabotage and the terror markers I place, so the more important the areas, like in the cities, the more the British political will goes down. So, as an operation, I think we are going to recruit. So up to 3 spaces without curfew markers. And I can place 2 cells in spaces with or adjacent to arms cache, or 1 cell in a city without or adjacent to arms cache. Arms caches are these round thingies. So let's do that. There's some police here in Jerusalem. In all 3 cities there's some police, and then there's military in Gaza, Samaria, and Galilee. So I think first I'm gonna go there. So that allows me to place 2 cells because it's adjacent or at an arms cache. So I'm gonna put this guy and this guy. And remember, you can move these things, you can move the pieces on the railways. So we'll be just placing them sort of clear off the railway lines when they're not on them. So that's 1 space. Then I'm going to place... I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to go here in Gaza for another 2 because it's adjacent to an arms cache. And I'm going to place another one in Haifa. So that's the recruit action. And now I can silence or propagandize. Obviously, there's no curfew markers, so...
Just don't call any curfews, then you can't propagandize. I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, how do I get curfews?
I think I place them on. I think I
when
place
you
them for...
when you do something, you place curfews. That is patrol.
Yeah, it gets me benefits. Move police, place police, and reposition troops.
It's search. It's when you're searching for my guys. So
Yep.
I'm going to do silence in this case. Maximum 1 space with an equal or greater number of underground cells than police. Remove 1 police. So I'm going to do that in Jerusalem. So there's only 1 police and 1 underground cell. So I'm going to remove 1 police. Goes back to your supply. That's my go.
Thanks. That's lovely. That was lovely. You're already starting trouble. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't like the oppression here, Mr. British.
Well, I'm going to do the event.
Yep.
Which is to move the Haganah track 1 space to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've done, and you have to put these now, fill these where these are now filled, and
yep.
I get to remove 1 from the board. I'll just double check. I think I can do it from anywhere if there's not enough in available forces.
If the track ever shifts away from spaces, immediately add forces back to the track to fill empty spaces. Irgun choosing which pieces to remove from the map. So I'm going to remove 1 from Gaza.
There you go.
All right. So that was the event?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the first card.
The first eligible, second eligible, yep.
Yeah, and the new card is Sergeant's Affair.
Increase Beluga will be 1 for each. What does it say? What's the key that brings up the cards again?
Alt. If you hover and click Alt, it will bring it up for you.
Oh, yeah, got it.
Or you can click M, which doesn't bring it up, but it brings a magnifying glass wherever you're moving your hand.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one helps boost the British will if there's a lot of terrorist activities, which at the moment there isn't. I'm being very peaceful.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
we're going for full action.
Yep.
An operation. So I get 3 districts or cities with more troops than Irgun pieces. Okay, so place 1 police in each selected space.
Yep.
Then it may move troops to any 1 space, even railways.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can choose 3 districts or cities with more troops than Irgun piece. So 1 is Jerusalem. You place the police I just removed. Haifa and Tel Aviv. Okay. Protecting the cities.
And then I can move any troops to any 1 space.
Yep. So you can move from anywhere to any 1 space.
Yeah. Any troops to any 1 space. Where would I want to go, if anywhere, though? You're getting pretty rowdy there in, what is it? In Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
Lydda.
Yep.
It's not feeling good there, Def.
Well, I have to do something somewhere. You just filled the place with police.
I think I'll just leave it at that for now.
Yep, that's fine.
Where you're going to go, but a pretty decent balance, I think, apart from Lydda, but you've got a lot there already.
Yep.
And then I can do a restore or negotiate. So restore removes the curfew, sabotage of terror markers, or negotiate shift Haganah track or gain intel. So roll a die and add 1 for each terror marker on the map. If die roll is greater than Haganah track value.
Yeah, which at the moment is 3.
If the track is already at 0, to draw 1 intel chip. Okay, so it says to do that for each terror marker, but there's none.
Yeah, so you roll a die and you have to have a die roll greater than the Haganah track value, which at the moment is 3. So you need a 4 to 6 to shift it even further. That's a 2. All right, my go. This event is obviously useless, so I'm going to do a limited op. If you haven't played Coin before, limited op means one of the operations just in 1 space. And I think the other thing is that this 2-player game, same as Twilight. What's it called? Imperial Twilight, the two-player coin game with the Colonial Twilight with the French-Algerian War. They feel very much like a back and forth, like a tug of war. I removed the police, you placed it right back. That's kind of normal. So, okay, so I can do a limited op. Okay, so I'm going to. I'm going to rob, and I'm going to districts or cities with more cells than police. And in its space, roll a die, and if the roll result is greater than 2, place 1 arms cache and activate 1 underground cell there if there's any police in the space. So we're gonna go to Haifa. We're just gonna roll the die. Oh, kill the die. It's a 2, so I don't get anything because it needs to be greater than 2.
Nice.
That's it. Next turn.
That is it. All right.
Hello, mate. Welcome. Have you played any coin games? Next card. Palestine Police Force. Okay. Guard Railways. Oh, hang on. Let me put you up on full screen. That's much better.
Oh, there we go.
Place up to all available police in any railway spaces. We don't like that. Remove half police on the map to available.
What?
That's not a bad. Wow, there's 5 police. I get to remove 2.
Oh, man.
Now Jerusalem is out. Oh, hang on. But if I do that, I played a little game called Andy and Abyss, he says. Of course you did. Oh. If I do this, then I give you the option of doing a full command and just placing police back. I'm not a huge fan of that.
That is true.
Oh, here we go. If I give this event up, then all you're going to do is place 1 police, which isn't too bad. Oh, okay.
But if you do the full special op and an activity, then you're going to forfeit the first player again.
Yeah. Jace is going, I've played with you two. It's Jace. We should play that again sometime. That was spectacular. Those 2 games we did were spectacular.
They were fantastic.
A lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad Jace is here. He can give me some tips and pointers on how not to get destroyed by the Irgun.
Sure. So I could do a limited op, or I could do a full thing. I'm gonna do a limited op, and I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try the same thing in Haifa, and roll these dice looking for something bigger than a 2. I got another 2. That was useless. That was useless. Your go. So the event is safe now.
But the event was, I don't think, what was it for me? Place all available police. Yeah, something great. In any railway spaces, only 1 person.
Yeah, there's only 1 cube left.
You want to do something that's more
impactful,
more annoying to you.
We could also do a Jest for Robin Hood one day.
Yeah, we could.
And you know it's going on Board Game Arena, so we could play it there.
Alright, let's do this. I'm going to do a full special hop.
Yep.
I'm going to
Do
Do a
something.
search.
Search.
And do a search.
Okay. So 3 destination spaces.
Yeah. Now it says move troops. Do I have to move them first, or if they're there already, I can just use the ones that are already there
No, you can search a place.
without moving?
Jay says, I see both of your dice rolls are consistent between coin games.
Dear.
Yes.
What's the stage? 3.2.3. I'm just going to quickly check that. I don't want to cheat.
All right. It says remove one active Irgun piece. Search. Move any troops into adjacent location spaces. Then, if railway or district, activate one cell for every 2 cubes. And if it's a city, place a curfew marker.
So take Gaza, for example.
Yep.
Can I search with my 2 resources in Gaza? Or do I have to actually move them first?
No. You don't have to move them unless things are different in this game. In all coin games, the search operation is always... You're always able to do it in place. Let me have a look.
Yeah. So I was just trying to look. 3.2.3. It doesn't specifically say. It just says the same as what's on the shortcut. Search moves troops, activate cells, and places curfews. Select with the 3 destination spaces.
Yeah, so the command, if you read it, it says first, move any adjacent British troops desired into destination spaces, and then in each district or railway space selected, which is the destination, activate one cell for every 2 cubes, moved or already there. So you can search in place. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. In that case, I'm going to do... We have the markers here, don't we? So I'm going to do Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do Samaria.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do Galilee.
Yep.
And then I'm going to... So what's the procedure is...
If it is a railway or district, all those 3 are districts, activate one cell for every 2 cubes.
Yep. So let's activate this guy. How do we flip? Is there a shortcut for flipping?
F. There you go.
Right.
Okay.
And then...
That's it.
Yeah, it's not a city, so it doesn't get a curfew marker.
Yep. That's it.
And activate one cell for every 3 cubes.
Yeah, that's if it's in a city.
Yeah. Cool. That's it done. And then we've got negotiate or mass detention.
Mm-hmm.
Move cells from city and adjacent district. Okay, so...
It has to be a city with curfew markers. And at least 3 troops.
Damn me and my curfew markers.
Yeah.
That's it. That's where it bites. So putting curfew markers in there allows you to do the propagandize.
Yep.
But
allows you to arrest people.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
Righto. Well then, I won't do mass detention. I should do negotiate then. So that's going to try and shift the Haganah track again.
Okay. So it goes down to 2, and you got to fill these things up.
Yeah, with 3 troops. Probably best, I reckon, Def, if you take these 3 and the...
Sure. How about... Serves you right. That's funny.
I should have died.
That's funny. Let's just have a look to make sure I'm not cheating there. That I can remove any ones I want.
Yeah, I think it sounds good to me.
Yeah, it says go and choose which pieces to move. All right. Well, that was that turn. Next turn. Next card. Next card says Operation Agatha. British search in one city, then mass detention there. Shift Haganah track 1 step to the left. Oh, Spenny is here. Hey, Spenny, thanks for joining. You have not played a coin yet. Something that looks this bland must really have elegant gameplay. Yes.
Well, it does, but the people playing it aren't that elegant. That's the problem.
There is that.
Or shift Haganah step to the right. If it is now at 4, Ergun may perform a sabotage in one space. Well, you don't get the second part of that regardless, because it would only go to 3.
But I think I am going to... Oh. What happens if the Haganah track reaches 0? You
What does
gain
it say there?
intel. You gain intel. You start getting intel cheats, which you then use to
Negotiate and propagate. Yeah.
perform actions in more areas. So I'm gonna go with an open special activity. Let's try and do some damage here. So I'm going to sabotage in 3 spaces with underground cells, and then it says in each selected space activate 1 underground cell and roll a die, subtracting 1 for each police in the space and adding 2 if an arms cache is in or in adjacent space is removed. If the roll result is greater than 2, place a sabotage marker in the space. So we're going to go to Lida. We are going to go to Haifa. And we are going to go to... Oh. I'm actually going to go to Jerusalem.
Which action are you doing? Recruit?
I'm doing sabotage.
Okay.
So let's do one at a time. First, I'm going to do Haifa. Activate 1 of the cells. And then roll a dice. If it is more than 2, then place a sabotage marker in the space. That's a 4. So that's a sabotage. So that's 1. Then in Lida, I can remove this arms case to add 2 to my roll, which I don't think I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to roll this again.
There's no police there, so you're not getting any negatives.
Yep, that's a 5. And then finally, in Jerusalem, I gain -1 because there's police there. See, it says subtract 1 for each police in the space and add 2 if an arms cache in or adjacent to the space is removed. So I'm going to remove this arm cache to add 2 to my roll, -1 for the police. I'm adding 1. So that's successful. So we have all 3 sabotage markers placed. So that was the op. And now for the special activity, I could... I forgot I could have done terror instead of sabotage. That's okay. Oh, okay.
You reading about the 2 terror markers?
Yeah.
The Haganah track?
Yeah. What did I roll? I rolled a 3. So it wouldn't have triggered. That's okay. So next time, let's remember that I could do terror instead of sabotage in the city. That's okay. So instead, I'm going to do a silence. And I'm going to remove police in a space where police doesn't have more than underground cells.
That would be Jerusalem City?
No, because I need to activate a cell to roll for the sabotage. So I activated 1 in Haifa, 1 in Lida, and 1 in Jerusalem. So to do sabotage, they reveal themselves, okay. Right? They activate. Right. So
you can't activate them.
Yeah, so I can't do silence, unfortunately, and I can't do propagandize, so that's it. Can't do anything else. I stuffed it a bit there, but that's okay. So
if you want to go back and do one of those terrors, you can just change one of your sabotage to a terror if you just finish off the thing.
Yeah, it's alright. It's all good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright. My turn. I'm going to do the event.
So search in one city and then mass detention there.
Yeah, so search, move troops into adjacent destination spaces.
And then activate 1 for every 3 cubes, but you have to place a curfew marker there.
I haven't got any adjacents in Tel Aviv, which was where I wanted to do it. Thought I'd be able to get them all the way across, but
Yeah, you got to get them to Lida first.
or the railway line.
Yeah. We played PAX Renaissance with Spenny on Friday. Ended up staying up late at night playing PAX Renaissance, which was excellent.
Yeah, right. How is that? Those PAX games similar to like your PAX Premier and your PAX Perforina or whatever it is?
Yeah. They have the same central mechanic, which is a market of cards, and you interact with that, and it has interactions with the map. It's similar to PAX Pamir, except this one is much more complex and has many more layers than PAX Pamir. It's very dense. It's a very high sort of initial learning curve, and stumbled through it the first couple of times I played it with Donnie, and then we kind of learned through it. So you're not doing the event.
Well, I looked at the event and I can't really do anything with the event unless I get another third troop into a city.
Mm-hmm.
So what I might as well do is do a deploy, which means that it's limited up, so I can only do it from one location.
Yep. More troops than Irgun pieces.
One police in each space, so I will just place this police into Jerusalem.
Yep.
And then may move any troop to any one space, even a railway, or even if operation is limited. So I'll move one from Galilee into Tel Aviv, and one from Samaria into Tel Aviv.
Oh wow! Okay, damn.
That'll do. See how that goes.
All right. Next turn. You are first. Propaganda. There's no one is first. Okay, so
yeah, right.
We got to go through the propaganda round. I'm going to bring this up to the screen so we can go through it. So propaganda says, political will. Adjust political will by the net of the following. So we're not going to go through each step. We're just going to calculate the net change. So lower political will by 1 for each sabotage marker in districts. There are 2. By 2 for each railway with a sabotage marker. No. By 2 for each sabotage marker in cities. There's 1. So we're up to 4. And by 3 for each terror marker in cities.
There's 4 total.
Yeah, but then increase political will by 2 if no railways have sabotage markers. So it goes up to. And then 1 for each city without any sabotage markers. That's another 2. So it was basically net 0.
We're at a stalemate.
Tel Aviv is getting cozy, says Jace. So if Irgun have met their automatic victory condition, then the game ends. Yeah, let me check. No. Okay, resources. Irgun may rob in one district or city with more cells than police. So I can do that in Haifa, Lida, or Gaza. What does rob do? It adds an arms cache if my roll result is more than 2. So I will do it in Haifa. So let me roll my nice die here. That's a 5. We add an arms cache in Haifa. Okay, that was expropriations. British Intel. British draw 1 Intel cheat if they have 0. You have 0.
Awesome.
So you draw 1. Where are the they're here in the bag. So
Right.
just hover over it. Just hover over it and press number 1 on your keyboard.
Right.
Spenny says, if coin games are modeled from modern history, they're more ancient settings. They are everywhere, mate. There's recent history settings and there's ancient history. One of my favorites is Falling Sky, which is the Caesar trying to suppress the revolt of the Gauls. And there's also Pendragon, which is about the medieval Roman Britain. And then there's a lot of recent ones about, Castro's revolution in Cuba and all sorts of different ones. Yeah, they're awesome. Okay, so you drew one intel cheat, you have it in your hand.
Yep.
And then if Haganah track is at 0, you draw one intel cheat. If it's at 4, I place an arms cache. None of that happens and redeploy. So you may move police to railways and any spaces with British pieces. And then you may move troops to any cities or railways.
That's interesting.
So does the redeploy? Let me just have a quick look. Yeah. So you go first.
I can redeploy to railways.
So you can move
police to railways and any spaces with British pieces.
Yep.
Then may move troops to any cities or railways.
Yeah, so troops are independent of that, but you have to move the police first.
I'm not sure that I want to. I've only got a total of 6 police total. Jeez.
Hello. Good afternoon, evening. Waves enthusiastically. Hello.
Do we know who Le Noir is?
It's somebody with a username Le Adder Noir.
Right. Okay. I'm just not familiar with the Twitch.
Please identify yourselves for Mitch.
If you're in Discord or anywhere else where I may know you, then let me know. Otherwise,
do you remember that scene from The Rock? That was a very powerful scene where Ed Harris, who is one of the best actors of that generation, has infiltrated this chemical weapons facility, and then the FBI is having this big meeting, and there's all these big heads. But this guy is older than all of them, and so when they speak up, he can't see them, he can only hear them. He goes, identify yourself. And they have to... It's a very powerful scene, that one. There you go.
So I'm not gonna move any policemen.
They're too scared. Too scared.
Yeah, I got a plan. I'm gonna move the Galilee troop onto the railway there.
Right.
I'll move one of my Gaza troops onto the railway, and I'll move my Samaria troop onto this railway.
Right, okay. I see how this is. Okay, my go. Irgun may move one cell to each city without a curfew. Then may move one arms cache to any district or city with a cell. Right. There's no curfew in some of these places. Anyway. So I'm going to move this guy up here in Haifa. So there's 2 cells there. I'm going to move... Tel Aviv seems a bit... Seems that there's a few things going on there. Hey. Going to move this guy to Jerusalem. I think that's it. And then may move one arms cache to any district or city with a cell. Leandro Mars says, I can't believe you just got called out on a stream for not being famous enough.
No, it's not famous. It's just the people that come up to me and say, oh, you know me, and I only know them by Discord names.
Yeah.
For some reason, Discord names just penetrate into your brain. So, like Five Guys guy.
Yeah. All right. I think we're gonna move this here in Jerusalem and see what happens. That seems like a good idea.
Would you move your arms cache?
Yeah.
You crazy. Alright.
Reset. Remove all curfew, sabotage, and terror markers from the map. So sabotage
Get rid
goes
of it.
back. Sabotage goes back, and sabotage goes back. And then return half of cells in prison to available. There's no cells in prison. Haven't arrested anybody yet. Flip all cells underground. 1, 2, 3. Set Irgun to first eligible and British to second. Reveal the next card and continue play. There you go. You watch the full propaganda round. These are very, very quick in this game. In the other coin games, the big 4-player ones, they can be extremely involved. Okay, next card. How are we doing?
Doing good. I'm just having a look at railways for a minute just to check how they work for adjacency.
I don't like you having a look at the railways. I need you to ignore the railways. Can you please ignore the railways? Just for a minute here.
Adjacency affects the movement of forces and implementation of set events. Any two spaces that border one another are adjacent.
Yep.
Railways are separate spaces adjacent to all spaces they touch.
Yep.
Right. So essentially that makes my Sumerian troop is adjacent to both Haifa
And Tel Aviv.
and Tel Aviv and everything in between.
Yeah, I'm taking the event. So...
Why are you going first? Do you get to switch? Do you get to get back to first, you cheat?
Yeah, it's a propaganda that you're going to go first. Yep.
Tell you what, these counterinsurgents just drive me crazy. No, I'm the counterinsurgent. You're the insurgent.
Is this a first play? We've played it before, like individually played this maybe a couple of times each. I've played it maybe twice.
I haven't. I'm a first.
Oh, this is the first game you're playing?
Well, this particular, British way, yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I thought you had played one of these for mini games in this box.
No. Well, we've played a lot of the other coins. And
Yeah,
I've played Guest of Robin Hood.
Yeah, they're very, very similar.
Hmm.
So here's the problem. Is there any way... Okay, yeah, I have to take the event.
You have to, do you?
Well, I kind of have to, because if I don't, you're going to take it and increases the political will by 2. The other one lowers the political will by 2. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Of course, I could try and sabotage, etc. Yeah, no, I think I'm taking the event. So that lowers the political will by 2. Done. That's my go.
Righto. There's only one thing for me to do.
Well, not one thing. You could do a limited op.
Yeah, who wants to do limited ops? Limited ops are for
For cowards.
cowards.
For
That's right.
weaklings.
Go hard or go home. Right,
That's
Jace?
it.
That's the rule, right, Jace? When you're playing chicken, if you don't roll the dark orange dice, you're a chicken, right?
Okay, let's go.
All right, what are we doing? Okay, so I was gonna. So you've done a runner from Tel Aviv. You are the chicken, because you've just fleeced everything out of Tel Aviv, haven't you?
That was they went sightseeing and now they're done taking photos. They're moving on.
Dear.
This is hard work for both sides, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Wow.
Right. Let's do this.
Orange dice. Okay, what's happening now? Uh-oh. What are you doing?
we're gonna do we're gonna do this search.
Search. Okay.
Hang on again. Hang on. Which one's the one that reveals people?
Search. Search activates. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So we're gonna search 3 destination spaces. Moving any troops? Do I want to move troops?
Well,
I'm gonna move this guy from Galilee into here.
Yeah. So Liaden Noir is asking if Jest of Robin Hood is good as a first going game. It absolutely is. It is actually more, there's more meat to it than this one. This is probably by far the simplest one you can play. And it's a simple tug of war. Jest of Robin Hood has a couple more interesting mechanics. You know, there's carts that go to Nottingham and they're carrying things for the sheriff, and, you know, Robin Hood's merry men can attack them for resources and stuff like that, but they could be traps, and there's a few more things happening, but it is absolutely perfect for a first going game because of it's highly thematic, and so everything that you do makes sense. The learning curve is relatively low. So it's being implemented on Board Game Arena. So
really?
I reckon it's going to explode once it's there. Jest of Robin Hood is big. Yeah, it's going on Board Game Arena. It's gonna, and because it's a 2-player game, you know, it's gonna get a lot of that sort of chess type games where it's a 1 versus 1 player playing all the time. I think that's going to get a lot of plays.
Yeah, I think because of the theme as well, for people who maybe aren't into the history side of it or don't like the conflict side of it, you know, it's a bit sort of more of a, you know, palatable theme for people.
Yeah, 100%.
Alrighty, so we're doing the search now. So I only wanted to move my 1 troop into there.
Yeah.
And then the search means that we get to, for every
3 cubes, you place a curfew marker and activate 1 cell for every 3 cubes.
Right. So curfew markers, where are they?
They're here.
Oh, right. So I've only got 3 of them.
Yeah, because there's only 3 cities. And you only place curfew marker if there is none. Yep.
Right. So curfew marker here, activate 1 of these.
Yep.
Curfew marker here.
Just check it on the side, it's fine, yep.
Activate 1 of these.
Yep.
Then I got 2 in Jerusalem, so I won't be activating anything there.
But you could, if you look at the instructions, it says, or you could discard 1 intel cheat to activate 1 cell per cube and place no curfew. So you could lose your cheat to activate that.
Yeah, let's do that. So that's discarded.
Yeah, and you activate 1 of these cells.
Activate 1 of those.
All right.
Righto. Then...
Oh, sorry, you're not done. You're still not done. Come on. Come on now.
The discarding of 1 intel chit activates 1 cell per cube.
Oh, yeah, so that's 2 there, correct?
Let's do there. Yeah,
done.
Right. Right, now I'm going to do mass detention. Remove cells and city and adjacent districts, and an adjacent district. 1 city with at least 3 troops, so we're going to do Haifa.
Yep.
Remove a die roll of Ergen cells from the city and adjacent district to prison. If roll is greater than the removed cells, subtract the remainder from political will. So this is a bit of a risk for me. So I've got 4 that I can remove.
4, so I think you're pretty safe there. That's a pretty good choice to try that.
What? Is that a 1 or is it stopped?
I think it's stopped.
So roll it again?
Yeah. There you go, that's a 3.
That'll do us. So who gets to choose? Do I choose which ones are removed? I probably would.
Yep.
So let's remove...
Let's have a look. Mass detention.
Doesn't say?
No.
Well, I'll assume because it's my action, it's my choice.
Yes. So you remove two and another one there. That's 3. Okay.
3. Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well done. I'm getting smashed here. Next turn. Next card. It says Peter Bergson. Remove 2 arms caches from map to available. Ouch. Place up to 2 arms caches total in any spaces with cells. Okay.
It's not bad though. So once you get them out, you can move them around with that other action you took. They're not like bases from normal coin.
No. Okay. Wow. What else can we do?
I'm just looking back through the chat and I noticed Jace was saying orange dice for the win when we're talking about how you had to, or you were chicken. Just for the record, Jace, Jules never rolls the orange dice. I always try and goad him into it just to make him roll the dangerous ones, but he's not.
Oh boy. Right. I don't know what to do. Place the caches seems like a good idea.
Well, the way I always usually play events is it going to give me something that will take me more than one action to do if I had to do it with operations?
Yeah.
If the answer is yes, and I'm like, well, that's a good value.
I'm in a bit of a trouble here, I think, though, if I don't do something else.
What's the downside of leaving that action for me?
Well, you can remove 2 arms caches.
Remove 2 arms caches, which is pretty harsh as well.
Yeah, because I only have 2 out there, so I suppose, make use of them before you remove them. That could be another. So that's another thing. Yeah, so I'm going to do an open special activity, I think. I'm going to risk it and let you sweat over that decision.
I always go, oh man. When someone chooses to full up in special activity, it's like, oh, how bad is this going to hurt? This is going to hurt.
Let's see.
You've got an arms cache in Jerusalem. It can't be good.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and I think I'm going to try and recruit. Oh, I can't recruit because you've arrested everybody. Oh, come on.
Is there a mechanism for getting your people out of prison?
I think they only come out during propaganda. And also, I got to increase the Haganah track if I can.
That's right, because you've got a bunch of resources down there, haven't you?
Yeah. So that's, I think, what I should be aiming for. So, problem with that is, yeah, okay. Liad Noir is asking what the win condition. Yeah, mate, that's no problem. The win condition is this track here represents the political will of the British to remain involved in Palestine. The higher it is, the more, they are keen to stick around. And their goon want to kick the British out of there, obviously. So if I can get this marker to 0, it's a bit of a trip as you can see, then I win. If Mitch can keep it away from 0, then the British win. So it's very, very simple. And the way it goes up and down is either during events on these cards that come out, or during the propaganda round, if I have basically a bunch of sabotage or terror markers out, then it goes down. If there aren't any of those, then it goes up, etc.
It's much like a tug of war on that track, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you were watching during the last propaganda phase, Loud and Noir, but I think what Def gained 4, and then I recovered 4. So we just stayed in the same spot pretty much.
I think I might have to travel.
How many rounds? That's a good question. How many propaganda rounds?
Oh, how many rounds?
Yeah.
Oh, Dan is here. Hey, Dan. Thanks for joining, mate. There were... Hang on. There's 14 cards left in the deck and 7 we've passed. So it's 21 cards in total. And of those...
how many propaganda are there? 4? Let me check.
Nah.
I've got the physical deck here. I'm having a look at.
3 maybe. Have a look while I run my op.
Yep.
So I'm gonna move.
3. You're right. 3.
Yeah. So there's 3 propaganda cards.
Hey, Dan and Harry.
Hey, Harry.
Arrived.
How you doing, mate? Thanks for joining.
Aesthetic vote.
I'm getting my ass kicked. No surprise.
Wrongsy. Oh no. Aesthetic vote says cheap viewers on Wrongsy.
Yeah, that's spam. I think. Just ignore it.
Right. Okay.
So travel. Cells may move from origin spaces to any spaces. If destination is a railway or has a curfew, I don't like that. And cells moving plus cubes exceed 3, activate those cells. Right. Oh, I
actually played Guest of Robin Hood against Harry.
Oh, yeah.
Ago, and he destroyed me.
There you go.
I was playing Robin Hood and he whipped me.
Was it good though?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
I think Harry enjoyed it.
All right. I'm going to rob. I'm not going to rob. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going to rob. Let's rob. Add 3 districts or cities with more cells than police. So basically just districts. Roll a die. If the result is greater than 2, place an arms cache. So we're going to do... Let's do Lida and Gaza and...
it's police, right? Troops don't count.
Yeah. More cells than police. Yeah. So I'm going to roll for Gaza first. That's not good. Okay, so Gaza is fine. And now I'm going to roll for Lida. Okay. So we have these 2. Do I want to do another third one? Now that I don't have any more available arms caches, but... yeah, I think that's it. Activate one underground cell if there is any police in the space. There isn't, and now I'm going to do a silence. One space with an equal or greater number of underground cells than police. Well, that's useless. Oh,
You don't have any underground where the police are.
and I can't do propagandize either. Okay, I'm done. That was way too long for something that wasn't as efficient. Event. Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Hang on, do I want to take the Hafer one? No, I think I might leave Hafer there.
Okay.
I'll take Lydia and.
Oh no. All right. And you're going
But
first.
I don't get the bonus for it. Yeah, no political game for that one because it was part of the event.
Yeah. Next card. Martial law. You can search
Yes,
in up to
please.
2 cities and then mass detention, and then I can place up to 1 cell in each city with a curfew. Well, it's your choice.
My choice. It's my choice. This is interesting, isn't it?
It is interesting. Yeah, if you're placing any bets in the chat, if you the people that are watching, you need to place your bets against me right now. I can't even get this close to 0.
Oh dear. I'm just wondering if should I continue to put the heat on or
You could pass. I think I should pass. Pass, it sounds
I
like
should pass, you know? I should just pass and just move on. That sounds like they're gonna forfeit. They're gonna forfeit, and let's see how that plays out for him, Cotton.
Spenny says, what are some of the funniest stories that have emerged from your plays of a coin game? I mean, those ones we had with Jace and who else was playing with us? Indian Abyss. It was
yeah.
you, me, Jace, and
Remind us, Jace, because we're old and we can't remember what he's.
oh yes, it was Daniel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those were
Oh,
pretty hilarious.
The funniest part for me for those games was when I just loaded up on my terrorist insurgents in Bogota.
Bogota, yes.
Bogota. There was, and then like everyone was freaking out, and then in like 2 turns he'd wiped out my whole terrorist force.
Yep.
That's what you get, I guess, when you put insurgents up against trained military personnel.
Yep. And the government has a lot of forces in that game. A lot. We're taking the event. Okay.
Yeah, into the event.
Search in up to 2 cities. Okay. Search. Activate. Yep. Activate cells.
Yep. Which is... I'm going to choose to do Tel Aviv and Haisha again or whatever.
Yeah, so
they've already got...
Correct.
Yeah, there are curfew markers there, and there's no cells to activate. Or this one intel chip, which I don't need to do. I don't have any intel chips, but I then get to also do mass destruction.
Mass detention. Mass destruction sounds like a bit of a later. Although you could call it mass distraction, the result is the same for me, I think, and they're based on the state of the game.
Which is I roll the dice. I'll do mass detention in Tel Aviv.
Yep. Go for it.
And then I was actually just thinking I'll do Jerusalem, but I can't. I've got 3 troops there, right? Oh no! Only 1. That sucks. I'm gonna take this guy to prison.
Okay.
That was a bit of a letdown.
Is the mass detention happening in... Oh, you choose. Yeah, okay.
I think mass detention's 1 city with a curfew marker.
It says British may
Well,
search up to 2 cities, then mass detention.
Yeah, but mass detention. So I'm assuming that it's saying you can do mass detention, but mass detention is only located in one city.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Well, good.
It would be a bit powerful to do mass detention in 2 cities.
Yeah. Jay says the FARC faction name was shouted many a time. Yeah, the FARC, F-A-R-C, is the faction that Mitch was playing in Andean Abyss.
Yeah.
All right, my go.
Yep, it is.
I don't like my choices here. I'm running out of pieces on the map. I'm running out of everything.
You are. You got to get that Haganon track back up.
Well, the only way to do that, I see here, is by terror. And terror is, I got to do sabotage in the city. And to do sabotage in the city, I need underground cells there. How do I get underground cells if there's a bunch of people there?
They're all in prison. Yeah.
They're all in prison. A bunch of troops. So I could travel. But the problem is...
move your revealed troops, your revealed resources into the districts, and then they go underground again, don't they?
Yeah, but it's going to be too long. But I have to do travel. I have to. So I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to take... Do I take a limited op? Okay. Do I take a limited op to go first next turn?
Yeah, and that's where taking the limited op when you're already going second is a pretty good move, because it's basically putting 2 turns together in a row, isn't it?
Yeah, and given the state of the map right now, like I don't have many pieces to do like a massive op, and so I think it kind of makes sense. So we're gonna do a limited op, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a travel. And I'm gonna move these guys out of Jerusalem. This guy goes here and goes underground.
On the railroad.
On the railroad.
That's trouble.
And this guy... also goes on the railroad. And because there's no cells moving plus cubes exceed 3 activate, nope. Otherwise flip them underground. So that's it. That's my limited op. Done. Next go. This is going to be over very soon. So, okay, new event. It's a British capability.
If Intel chip not used, search in cities requires 4 cubes to activate a cell. Oh,
instead of 3. So if you take it, I can only place 1 terror marker per terror. While if I roll a 6, the modifier rolls a 6, I can place 2 terror markers. But if you take it, then if I take it, then your search is a lot more difficult.
It's expensive, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a opus and special activity, and I'm going to travel. I'm going to move this guy on this railway, this guy to Jerusalem. Oh. And this guy onto this railway, I think. How many did I move? Did I move 3? Yeah, I moved 3.
There was one. Yeah, one from this railway, one from this railway,
Yeah, and 1 there.
one to that railway.
Okay, so that's travel.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that doesn't work then. So this guy's going to go to Haifa instead. Instead of the railway, it's going to go in there. So I can at least do propagandize, I think. Up to 2 spaces with cells and a curfew marker. In each space, if all cells underground activate 1, then lower political will by 1. Do I want to do that? Hang on.
Jace has just asked about the small map board in the top right. Yes, Jace, that is an overarching campaign track.
This one, Jace, is the End of Empire campaign. So in this game, you have 4 mini coin games. They should probably all last about an hour to play. It's taken us a bit longer here, obviously, on TTS, but then you can connect them one after the other. Right. Can't do any of these. Right, no, I'm just going to stay. I'm not going to do anything else. That's my go.
Okay. I'm going to do a limited up.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to do an assault in Tel Aviv.
Assault in Tel Aviv. Okay, remove 1 active Irgun piece per 2 troops.
Yep. And where does it remove arms cases? Only 1, so no cells remain. Add 1 political will and an intel chip for each arm.
Remove cells alternatively to available in prison available first. So this guy becomes available.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's no one else there.
Yep. That's it.
Right there.
Next turn.
Oh, now it's your card. Haganah track 4 coordinate no longer adds an additional space to Ergon operations.
Okay.
Haganah's elite. Haganah track 3 support also adds an additional space to Ergon operations.
Right. He's talking about this one down here.
Right, so what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Yeah, I gotta get a lot. It's some way to get this up, but I think it's too late. We'll see how we go.
No more deploys. No active cells. The patrol's not worth anything.
Yeah.
Searching might be an option.
Yeah, this is a great way to learn the system as well, because there's only 2 players and there's only a couple of things to keep track of. In the bigger coin games, there's a million things to keep in mind, and you can easily lose track of things very quickly. I don't think that victory tracker marker has moved at all since I've been watching. Yeah. It's gone up and down a couple of times, but I've struggled to push it. Yeah, and Mitch doesn't have to. He just needs to keep it there. So
I'm just going to do a limited op.
Okay.
And that is to do a patrol.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then not patrol, so deploy.
Deploy, yep.
So place police. I don't have any police to place. Reposition troops. So may move any troops to any one space.
Yep.
So I'm going to move let's put one troop there. And that'll do, I think.
Okay.
Not a lot of pieces in this game.
No. And that's another reason why it's a good one to start learning the system with, because you don't have to worry about too many things.
Mm.
All right, I'm going to do an open special activity, obviously. I'm going to try and do a sabotage and terror. So let's see how we go, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So sabotage, 3 spaces with underground cells. Jerusalem. Whoa.
Police to place 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 to place.
What?
Leonard Noir has said, say police to place.
Police to place, police to place. I wonder if I should do it in the city or not. Because if I do it in Jerusalem, there's no cache marker adjacent to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the 4th space by removing this arms cache. So that's the offensive down there at the very bottom of this instructions card that says during a recruit sabotage or rob operation, Irgun may remove an arms case from a space with no British present. That's not how it works. There's definitely British present there. So scratch that. Oh, I can remove this one, can't I? Let's remove this one.
Yep.
And we pick a 4th place. Okay, so we're doing 4 sabotage operations, except one of them is going to be terror. Let's do the terror first. And we gain -1 from my die roll for each police in the space.
Where are you doing it at? Jerusalem.
First is Jerusalem.
Do -2.
That's a -2. I rolled a 6.
Of course you did.
That's a 4. So that's a sabotage. I don't
Sabotage or terror?
No, it says if the modified roll is 6 or greater. Modified roll is 4.
Roll for sabotage, okay, but instead of place a terror marker, you're successful. No, you still get 1 terror marker.
Oh yeah, that's right. There you go. But I don't get
2.
Yeah. And the other ones, there's no police. So the only difference is that there's a cache marker in Gaza. So this one here will get a +2 on the roll. So we roll that first. That's successful. So that gets sabotage marker. So that's 2 done. And then the other 2, they're straight up rolls. We need more than 2.
So is that one though? Is that on the? I don't know how it works there. Is this railway considered a different space to the district?
It is.
So do you still get the +2 for the cache?
It's adjacent. I don't need it to be on the same space. It needs to be in the space or adjacent.
Right. Okay.
So now I'm rolling for a leader. That's a 2. That's no good. And then this railway up in Haifa. Same deal. I need more than 2. That's jagged dice. That's a 1. That's no good. Done. That was a bit uneventful, but at least there's a terror there.
Yep.
Next turn.
I reckon we're going to hit a propaganda soon.
Yeah. Montgomery, you're up. British may search in up to 3 spaces, but may not use intel cheats. Place 1 cell in each city without troops. These historic photos all the cards have on the coin games are awesome. Just makes me want to look them up every time I see them. And they're actually, they have an index. This one is 6P6. While you're thinking, I'm just going to read out the historic context.
No worries. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But when I opened my copy of the British Way and noticed the event cards, I thought in the other coin series they had there's a little bit of flavor text on the cards as well about that particular moment in history.
Uh,
Can't remember. I'll have to pull one
I
down and have a look.
don't think so. Anyway, this one says Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery. It's this guy. Chief of the Imperial General Staff, had prior experience from serving in Palestine during the Arab Revolt. Experienced in the repressive tactics used against the rural-focused Arab rebels, Montgomery advocated for similar measures against the Jewish insurgency. This strategy clashed with General Cunningham's strategy of targeting the terrorist organizations directly while working to win the assistance of Haganah in combating the Irgun. And the photo is from Archives New Zealand. So, for people that haven't played one of these before, I think we need to explain how it could take like 4 days to go through one of the bigger games. Not because the game lasts for days, but because we stop and go down these historic rabbit holes of finding out all these more about all these historic events and stuff while you're playing, which is part of the charm, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. All right. I'm struggling to know what to do here.
Pass.
Gives you an intel sheet if I pass, doesn't it?
Yes, it does get you an intel cheat, which is not bad.
Although searching in up to 3 places, well, I've only got one space where I'm actually sharing a region with you at the moment, aren't I?
Yeah. Jace is saying coins should be used to augment teaching and creating interest in history in high school. Yes, I don't know if you are aware, but the CIA is already using these coin series of games to teach new analysts how insurgency works and how sort of insurgent forces fill in to gaps of power in different parts of the world and how they expect it will evolve, etc. So the original coin design was made by Volker Ranke, who is a CIA analyst, and so they use this extensively. I think there was even a documentary there was a video made by Quinns from Shut Up and Sit Down. He has a separate YouTube channel now where he's exploring usage of board games for military operations. So it's quite fascinating. Asks a lot of uncomfortable questions as well. You can look it up.
The only thing I can see that's worth doing is to search. I'm wondering if it's might just do the event.
Okay.
Search up to 3 spaces.
Okay.
So search lets me first of all move any troops into adjacent destinations.
Yep.
So I'll go.
Yep.
One there. I'll go. One there. One there.
Yep.
And one there.
Yeah, and then you activate these 3, right? Because you activate one per 2 cubes.
Bingo.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Then that's the railways, and then I can do negotiate or mass destruction, mass detention,
Mass destruction. Come on now.
Okay, so roll a die and for 1 and add 1 for each terra marker on the map. So that's 1 that's out at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get to move the hang on, I'll check if I get above
2. Yeah, which should be easy
3,
enough.
4.
Yeah.
No, so mark that down.
Okay. My go. Hey.
Oh, hang on. I just cheated you
Why?
because I did the event, which gave me the free thing, so I don't get the
Ah,
I
right.
don't get the special
Yeah.
thing with that.
Yeah. Oh, good. So you did the event, which means I can do op and special activity or a limited op. Mm, hang on, this guy should have been activated.
Why was he activated?
Because of
Because he did the terror. Yeah.
terror. Okay, so that'd be right. Mitch does a successful dice roll when it doesn't count.
He knows me too well.
I think I'm gonna do a limited op. I'm gonna do a limited op, and I am going to travel. I'm gonna move this guy from here to Tel Aviv, and then he hides because if destination is a railway or has a curfew, and if cells moving from one origin plus cubes exceed 3, activate the cells. Otherwise, flip all moving cells underground. So that's it. I just moved this guy in Tel Aviv.
No, there's cubes there. The guy that you just flipped underground, he can't flip underground. There's too many people.
Nope. It
No,
says, oh, plus cubes.
Moving from
Plus cubes. I thought it was only troops. Ah, okay. In that case,
You could move him into Gaza. Oh no, Gaza would be 3 once you get there.
I could do Rob, I suppose. I'll do Rob. And I'll just roll for an arms cache in Haifa.
Yep.
I have to roll more than 2. That's a 2.
Ooh,
nothing happens. Okay.
Oh, you need more than 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Next card.
Do it.
Here
Here we go.
Propaganda.
Yeah,
okay. Here we go. Lower political will by 1 for each sabotage marker in districts, by 2 for each railway with a sabotage marker, by 2 for its sabotage marker in cities, and by 3 for its terror marker in cities. So that's a 2.
5, 2, and then 3.
3 is 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just stop for a second. Before we go on, we just need to let was it Ado Noir said that he hadn't seen the marker move.
Take a photo because it's about to go back to where it just was.
Yeah.
Increase political will by 2 if no railways. Nope. And by 1 for each city without sabotage or terror markers. That's 2. So it goes up by 2. That's it. Irgun may rob in one district or city with more cells than police. So I'm going to do what I just did again. I'm going to go in...
You can only do a Gaza unless you want to. Oh, you could do Haifa again. Try again. Oh no, this is a railway. This is a railway. Doesn't count as the district, does it?
No.
Does it?
No. So I couldn't have done that before either, but it doesn't matter because nothing happened, so it's fine. Can I have 2 caches in the same space? I could do it in Gaza.
I think so.
Let
me look at stacking. Hang on.
Stacking. No more than 2 arms caches may occupy a single space. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for Gaza. So I'm looking for anything more than 2. I rolled a 1.
No, you didn't. Oh my gosh. You're having a bad night with dice, Def.
Yeah. British Intel. British draw 1 Intel, cheat if they have 0. This is where you fake a power outage, it says. Okay. Did you roll? Did you take an Intel cheat?
I did not.
Okay, that's it. And now you do your redeploy. British may move police to railways and any spaces with British pieces, and then you may move troops to any cities or railways. Do you want to move anything?
I may do. I need to have a quick look at that. Pretty good distribution at the moment.
Okay. My go?
Yep.
Irgun may move 1 cell to each city without a curfew. So that's just Jerusalem. Then may move 1 arms case to any district or city with a cell. So I'm going to move, I reckon, I'm going to move this guy to Jerusalem, and then I'm going to move this arms case to Jerusalem as well. Reset. Remove all curfew, and curfew goes away. Sabotage go away. Terror go away. Return half of cells of prison to available. Okay. There's 2 of these. They go back. Flip all cells underground. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set Irgun to first available. Reveal the next card. Okay. Last round of the game. Alan Cunningham. Didn't we just talk about him? This is him. British may conduct 2 limited operations, then restore. British must place 2 cells from prison into any cities. You don't say. What's a restore? Remove curfew, sabotage, and terror markers. Okay.
Restore is movie.
All right. Well, I'm going to then take. I'm going to take a limited op, and I'm going to do a recruit. Place 1 cell in cities without or not adjacent to arms caches. So I'm going to place 1 cell in Tel Aviv. Done.
Limited op. That's all you can come up with, is it? I'm just thinking. Thinking. This is hard. This is giving me coin vibes where you need to take a couple of actions to get something to pay off.
Yeah.
So you do 1 turn to set the action up, and then the next turn to execute what you wanted to do. But then, of course, the person screws you up in between.
Yeah.
So you can never get anything. You can never get anything going how you want to. All right. I'm going to search. I'm going to do a full.
Okay. A full thing.
Full thing. So I'm just thinking if I should move.
So search, you can move any troops into adjacent spaces and then activate cells.
So I move them into there, and then the 3 regions that I'll search on, we'll do Jerusalem, we'll do
Tel Aviv.
Sorry. Just thinking. Actually, I might do Haifa, and I'll also move one of these back in there.
Yeah.
So there's no one to uncover there, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and then we have to
Hang on.
in cities.
You can do 3, right?
Can do 3. So I might do this railway
Okay.
in order to just turn that guy over.
So that flips. One guy flips in Jerusalem. And that's it. And then...
And then curfew here.
Yeah.
And then curfew here. And then mass detention in Jerusalem. So once we curfew, mark on at least 3 troops. Remove a die roll of Ergen cells from the city and adjacent district to prison. If greater roll, then lose will.
So
Right.
where are you rolling for? Jerusalem?
Jerusalem.
Okay,
Yep,
go for it.
I want to get under 3. Does it arms case count as a cell? Doesn't.
No.
They don't go to prison.
Nope.
So I want 3. I want to get 3. Is ideal.
Yes. That's jagged.
Oh, man. Here we go. Do you want me to roll it again? Didn't really roll.
Yeah, roll it again. There you go. That's 4. That's a really good result for you.
But I also lose the political will because I went over.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Does it say adjacent district? It doesn't say railway. It doesn't say railway.
No,
So I
it's
get
just
2
district. 2 and 2. Yeah.
So I lose 2. That's not great.
Yeah, I guess it has a bit of risk, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Next card. Illegal immigration. That has a star. What's the star for? Interesting. British block entry. If no sabotage markers in coastal districts, political will +2. Otherwise, lower political will by 1 for every 2 sabotage markers or Irgun pieces in coastal districts. Yikes.
Right.
The good thing is I'm going first. There's no sabotage markers in coastal districts. Well, there will be now. I have to, right? The question is, do I play it safe?
But see, but you haven't got any. You haven't got any cells in the districts. You've only got them on the railways.
No, but I do have one in Tel Aviv.
You do. But it's not a district. It's a city.
No.
Let me see what they determine in the rule book is a coastal district.
I think a district is just what it says. Yeah. The 6 large regular spaces are the districts. Does it say anything about coastal?
Yeah, it does.
Where's
All districts, aside from Jerusalem, are considered coastal for the effects of some events.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't have any in districts, so.
No.
That's not looking great for me. So that means I could, I guess, at least prepare, right? Okay, I'm going to take a limited op and I'm going to recruit to place cells. And I'm going to place 2 cells with a cache marker. So arms cache in Jerusalem. That's it. That's my go.
You know that I just took people out of that city?
I've put them back. They like Jerusalem.
And you want to go put them back again.
They're having fun.
I'm not.
Let's see what you do now.
Keep undoing my hard work. What to do now? What to do now?
Yeah, like as the game goes on, these decisions become a bit more interesting because we know we're getting closer to the end, and so it's a bit, well, you know, what do you want to do now?
Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm going to try something different.
Okay.
Oh, what's this event? This was a decent event, wasn't it?
Gets
if no
you,
sabotage mark.
Yeah, gets you to a political will. I mean, political will is at 11. I don't think it's in danger.
It's not an emergency stakes yet. I'm going to patrol.
Sorry?
I'm going to patrol, move police, and remove cells to prison.
So you're doing an open special activity?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, yeah.
Yep.
Now I'm just thinking, you can only do that with police in one destination space. If I do an assault, on the other hand, I can only do it in one space if I do an assault. Yeah, search and mass detention seems to be the most effective thing by far.
Well, I guess you can only do it in one city, and it also includes the risk of reducing the political will because of excessive use of force, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there is that.
Listen to me, though. Mass detention of the population is like obviously the best thing I can do. I don't think I'm supposed to be reveling in mass detention.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh dear. So negotiate is what I really want to do. So I'm going to deploy.
Okay.
So place the police. And 3, just before I get my police out. And then move any troops to any one space.
Yep.
So I will move troop to here.
Yep. Then what?
And then I will negotiate.
Okay.
Which lets me roll the dice, add 1 for each terra marker on the map. There's none. And hopefully get to move the Haganah track again.
Okay. So you need to roll a 3 or more.
If die roll is greater than the Haganah track value.
Yeah, it's at 2 at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you need a 3 or more. That's a 6.
Ooh.
It goes down by 1. Okay.
Yep.
Next turn.
Let's do it.
Harry Truman. Wow. Okay. All right. We're taking the event, I think. Lower political will by 1 for each curfew on the map. There's 2 on the map.
2 on the map.
So political will goes to 9. That was too big of a swing to let you have it. So, oh, you know what else you can do though? You can go on you can cover the action you want and pass. Because when you pass, you still take up the respective action spot.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, this is as low as we've seen the political will track. Still too far away, but hey. Your go.
We're just having a look at this Intel cheats thing, right?
Yeah. So the Intel cheats you can use to activate cells in cities without placing a curfew marker.
Yeah, but there's values on them. This is what I'm trying to work out. They range from 0 to 2.
Yeah,
0, 1, or 2.
Yeah.
Right. So each chit's value must be spent in a single space. The British player may also discard chits, regardless of value, back to the draw bag when conducting search
So
or intelligence lead.
if you
What
look
is
at
the
the
value on them?
so if you look
Really
at
should have
the
gone back to the bag.
yeah. So Intel chits. So there is 9 Intel chits, values ranging from 0 to 2, 3 of each.
Yep. Yep.
British may spend the value of an Intel chit to remove underground cells with patrol and assault. So if you look at patrol, it says you may remove underground cells by spending Intel chits equal to or greater in value than the number of underground cells removed.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. And the same thing for assault. Right. Okay. So if you draw powerful intel chits out, then that's actually pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Because then it lets you assault units that aren't even available.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's taking the defense away from you.
And that's why, some of this stuff is quite powerful, because it allows you to gain Intel chits and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so to that point, I'm going to do a follow-up in action again.
Yep.
I'm not going to do anything but search in. Let's do it. In cities. I need 2 people to reveal the thing, don't I?
In cities, you need 3.
3 just to reveal anything.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that feels nasty. So we're going to do 1, that railway line, 2, this railway line.
Yeah.
And Jerusalem 3.
Okay.
So these ones will just flip.
Now, hang on. You need to move somebody there to flip it, because you need 2 in.
Oh, that one I do. Oh, sorry, I thought I had 2 there, but I took that one away. I got 2 on there.
Yeah, that's fine. Jerusalem is also fine. So in Jerusalem, you can flip 1.
Flip 1 there. Yeah, right. We won't worry about Lidda then.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to do good old mass detention again, because he's your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Bring mass detention along to any party.
Where are you rolling? Jerusalem, I suppose.
Jerusalem.
Yep.
1. So we'll get rid of this guy. And it's me done. Oh,
Right.
stupid, actually. I was going to do negotiate instead of that. Can I take that back?
Sure.
Sorry, I just
No, it's okay.
was just talking about the chits and that, and then I'm like, oh, hang on, I wasn't going to get the chit.
So what was the negotiate? Roll a die and add 1 for
And
each
greater
terror
than-
marker on the mark.
Yeah, and if it's greater than the Haganah track value, shift it 1 to the left.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I already rolled a 1, so let's just take my older 1, and that wouldn't have worked.
I don't care either way.
No, it's fine, leave it as is.
Okay.
So
Next,
some may say I changed it because I got a bad die roll. I wanted
That's
to
all right.
re-roll.
next card. Ernest Bevin. Lower the political will loss from all starred events by 1. Okay. That's why some of the cards have an asterisk.
Asterisk on it, yeah, okay.
British operations limited to up to 2 rather than 3 spaces.
Not too bad, but
Hmm.
it's not. I don't find it as big a thing. Like when you play it on a much bigger map and there's heaps more spaces available, then having that full op where you can do multiple spaces is,
Yeah.
is really good.
Yeah.
Whereas it's not as good, I don't feel, here where there's not as many spaces.
Yeah, and I think that works well because, that space otherwise would be a bit of a no-brainer. Every time it's available, somebody would just take that.
Take it, yeah.
And some of the events are pretty good. So,
Hey, see, Adam Noir has said, going to a party, chips, check, alcohol, check, war crimes, check.
yeah. Okay, so... Oh... I don't know. Do we just go for it now? Do we just try and sabotage everything?
You know what? I've been thinking this whole time, Def. Every time you and I play, one of us feels like they're getting a bit of an advantage or it's getting a bit of a lead. And then in almost every game we've ever played, at some point in time, that tide starts to swing
Yeah,
and tips back the other way.
yeah. All right.
I'm sitting here waiting for that to start swinging.
So I'm gonna do there, there, and there, those three. So we're doing sabotage.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to do the terror?
We're gonna do terror in Jerusalem. And we're going to remove this arms cache to add 2. So it's basically -2 for 2 police plus 2, yeah?
Yes.
Is each game of the campaign the same as this one but with few rules tweaks, or are they very different? No, they're very different because they're different maps and different types of forces and they do different things. But all of the coin games have the same principle. You have a deck of events, you have ops and special activities, and most of the ops and special activities have a same approach to them. Like the coin factions, the counterinsurgent factions, like the big governments, they always have some kind of deploy op, some kind of search, some kind of movement. So they all assault, they all have the same thing, they just have different things, details in how they execute those. The special activities are very different, but most importantly the victory conditions are different in the other games. So I'm rolling for Jerusalem. Let's go. Oh, look at that.
See, they're tied, I tell you. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones.
Roll for sabotage, but instead place a terror marker. If modified roll is 6 or greater, which it is, place 2 terror markers and shift Hagen attract once to the left. Well, that's good for you, but at least I get 2 terror markers here.
2 terror markers.
So that's that.
2 terror markers in the capital of Jerusalem. There's only one thing for that, Def. There's only one solution.
Nuclear holocaust.
Mass detention.
Mass detention. Then I'm going to roll in Lida. So let's see what we roll there. That's a 2. That's a failure. And then I'm going to roll in Tel Aviv. I have -2 there because there's 2 police. This is where the 6 would come in handy. Not a 1. A 1 is not good. This roll is not good. At least I got 2 terror markers in Jerusalem. So, okay. Your go.
Cool. What have you left me with, mate?
Sounds like a very expensive box if it has different maps, rules, and decks for every game. Actually, no. It's... oh, yeah. Yeah. About 120 Australian. You've already responded, Mitch.
Yeah, that's what they're going for about, isn't it?
Yeah. But these are small games. They only have a handful of pieces. I mean, you can see here on the map how many pieces there are. They're very few pieces. Some of the other coin games, they have lots and lots and lots and lots of wooden and cardboard pieces, because there's control markers depending on who controls each space. They get a lot more involved. I'm sure it would be awesome to do a 4-player coin game at some point. So if we can get 2 more people, Jace, if you're keen, or if anybody else is keen to do it online, we could play Andean Abyss, which is on Rally the Troops, which is like a website similar to Board Game Arena, but for historic and war games, and it automates everything. So it helps you because it highlights the things you can do and stuff like that. So we could do Andean Abyss there if you want at some point. It's going to be a long stream, but very, very worth it.
Did you forget to move the Haganah track one space to the left for all that terror you caused me in Jerusalem?
Come on now. Come on now.
So I gain an intel chit now with negotiate and a propaganda round. Okay. I don't know
Oh,
if I'm feeling the pinch here. I've got to get rid of this terror. I've got to get rid of this terror.
yeah.
So where have you've only done it in Jerusalem. I don't have any sabotage anywhere else.
No, unfortunately not. I have failed.
That's convenient.
Sorry,
Oh no, I
this
can't do
guy
it.
should have been activated. This guy should have been activated. This guy should have been activated, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is interesting because I can't do a restore and get rid of that terror unless it's because that's an activity. None of my standard operations remove terror.
Yep.
And you've taken the bloody thing from me. You leave me no choice, Def, but to resort to violence.
Flip the table.
Yep. So I'm going to do a limited op.
Yep.
And I'm going to assault. Where should we assault? I'll do it in Jerusalem. So may remove underground cells. Oh, you got nothing left underground. Remove arms caches only once no cells will remain, and add one political will and intel chit for each arms cache removed. Remove cells alternately to available in prison first. Okay, so it's going to go available. I've only got enough to do one, don't I? Because it's
You're doing assault, yeah?
cell. Yeah, it's one cell for every 2 troops.
Yeah. That's it.
So it's only one. So that's it. Done.
Okay, next action, next card. Leahy. Poor coordination. Remove up to 1 cell to available in each space with more than 1 cell. Good luck with that one. And for me, you've arrested everybody. And for me, remove up to 1 police from each space with an underground cell. Good luck.
And good luck with that one.
Too.
It's totally nothing for both of us. Just a ball, the one.
Technically, A Jest of Robin Hood is not a coin game, Jace. It is part of another series GMT called Regular Conflict series. So A Jest of Robin Hood is the second game in that series. The first one was Vijayanagara, which is medieval India. It's a 3-player game. I don't know why they call them Irregular Conflict series, not coin, because they use the same system. They use the coin system in its heart. The third game that's coming out, I'm very, very interested in, which is Cross Bronx Expressway, which is conflict, but in an urban planning environment around the urban development of the Bronx in New York. So I am very, very keen to see that coming soon. I think it's nearing completion now. But yes, Andean Abyss is on Rally the Troops, and A Jest of Robin Hood will soon be on Board Game Arena. I think it's on Alpha, or maybe still in development, maybe not on Alpha. What are you doing there? Don't do that.
You don't need to look. It might be better if you look away. Shield your eyes for a minute.
Oh no. What's happening
So I'm
there?
going to take a full operation and activity.
Yes.
In up to 3 spaces, I'm going to assault with my troops.
Uh-oh.
So they're my 3 spaces, and for every 2 troops, I get to remove 1 active cell. And it goes available and then prison, alternating.
Aye.
Prison, available.
There's no one there. I have 1 piece left on the board. I clearly have played this game wrong. I think I should have probably paid more attention at the start when you were reducing the Haganah track so much, because now I don't have any more pieces.
Yeah, maybe the pieces. Yeah, that is true. I didn't. I just did it because it's something to do. All right, now my activity. I only get 1 choice. There's only 1 choice. Mass detention.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a curfew into. Oh, do I have to?
You don't
Oh,
have to
no.
do it. You don't have to do it.
No. I have to have a curfew there in order to do it.
Yeah, so you can't.
So I can't do it.
Okay.
So I can't do the activity. Okay.
All right. Well, I can only do a limited op. Limited op says a recruit, I suppose. Wow.
Jace reckons you should refer to the FARC war cry.
So I think I'm just gonna place a cell in city without an arms cache. There you go. I'm gonna go there. Yeah, I'm not sure what am I. That doesn't sound right. What else can I do? I could rob, or I could travel. Travel isn't bad.
You only got. Oh, you've only got you got 2 people left.
Yeah. I'm gonna travel. I'm just gonna flip this guy underground. Just gonna leave him there.
Righto.
Although it says move from origin spaces to any spaces.
You could move him. Yeah, that's. Yeah, you can move him all the way up there if you wanted.
It's gonna go onto this railway here. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Next turn.
Do it.
King David Hotel. Remove 1 terror marker from the map to shift Hagen and track 1 step to the left. I don't like that. Place 2 terror markers in 1 city with an underground cell. Oh no. I've played that. Yeah. I placed I placed the underground cell there, and then I I changed my mind. Okay. I don't want to give you that. But what else am I going to do, right? What happens if I pass? If may forgo action, select box to rob in 1 space if you are the Irgun. That doesn't help me, unfortunately. So I'm assuming you're going to take that event if I don't. Okay. There you go. I think it's worth more to me. Actually, hang on. Hang on. I'm going to do a limited op. I'm going to go and do sabotage there. So I'm going to roll, and I need to roll more than 2. I don't have any arms caches. So here we go. There's a 5. So that's a sabotage on this railway. Done. Your go. I've left you the easy choice. I think you should place 2 terror markers in 1 city. And I think...
If I remove 1 terror marker...
So what happens if it is already at 0? Do you gain an intel cheat? I think you do.
If I what, sorry?
If it moves further from 0, do you get an intel cheat?
No, I don't think I do.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't do anything.
I couldn't find it. No, it just says that I only gain the chit when I negotiate.
Yeah, or propaganda. Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna
Okay.
take the full op,
Uh-oh.
and I'm gonna deploy to police and reposition
You
troops.
you
And
should
for 3
definitely
districts.
deploy because you don't have enough pieces compared to mine on the map.
Mm. Up to 3 districts or cities with more troops than Ergun pieces, right? And then, so I'm going to move, and then move any troops to any one space.
Yeah. So the army redeploys basically.
Yeah. So what I might do is go. Do that. Or should I move? No, you know what I'll do? I'll move them both to here.
Okay. All done?
And then, no, and then I'm going to do my restore action.
Yep.
Which remove any curfew and sabotage markers. I'm going to do restore in Jerusalem. So move the curfew from Jerusalem.
Yep.
And then
flip any terror markers to their sabotage. Oh no, that's good. That's a great move. Very good.
That might be better than just removing one.
Next card. Alright. There's only 2 cards left, so we're almost done. Remove 1 cell to available from each of after 3 spaces with police. Okay. Remove 2 police to available. Lower political will by 1.
That's very good. For you. I had all my police out there the whole time.
Sure, let's take the event. Remove 2 police to available. I'm going to remove the Tel Aviv police and lower political will to 8. Done.
You think you're funny, don't you?
Hmm?
You think you're funny, don't you?
Yeah. So there's 2 cards left. Next card or the card after that is the final round. So limit it up.
Hang on. Yeah. Well, hang on.
Political will in single digits. Yeah, but it's not enough, mate.
We're going to do the full up.
Okay.
And I'm going to do another deploy.
Yep.
Which means I will move these guys to actually. Yeah, I'll move one there, and there, one from Hafer to there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will do the restore action, which is remove any curfew and sabotage markers in Jerusalem. Done.
Yeah. I didn't read that right. I should have placed something there. So it's a capability. No one cares this late in the game.
We've put space for the sabotage marker, remove 1 place to available, or all 1 or 3.
It doesn't matter. There's not going to be an next turn. Next card is propaganda. So
yeah, right.
I guess I'm going to do an open special activity. I obviously can't win at this point, but let's see if we can lower it as much as possible.
It's still getting down there, right? Like, for a while there at the start, it felt like it was a long way from the bottom, right? Or around 18.
Yeah,
like you say, down to 10 now.
My mistake was that I didn't protect these markers, the terror markers in Jerusalem, because those would have been like 3 + 3, 6 points. So that would have been close. Still not enough, but close.
I can't do that restore action. I can't remove those markers unless if you have even one
piece.
cell in there.
Yeah, that's right. So I've played that incorrectly, but that's okay. So I don't think I can do anything. I can't propagandize. Leandro Noir says, I hope one of Def's win conditions is to get all the red markers into the prison space. I am winning. Okay, so I don't think I can do much, to be honest. Unless I can propagandize somehow. I could travel and do that.
Travel that you do propaganda.
If all sales underground. No, I can't do anything actually. Because you need cells in the curfew marker and you need cells underground. No, you can't. Yeah, I'm not gonna travel.
Can you deploy, then propagandize? But you can't place them where there's a curfew marker. And then you need the curfew markers to propagandize.
Which is the same thing. So I can recruit or travel. It doesn't matter. So I'll recruit in Haifa. One thing.
Yeah. And so you can't recruit. No, you can't recruit where there's a curfew marker.
So in that case, I can. Yeah, so I'm gonna recruit in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and don't know, Gaza. And so that's 3 places. And then I'm gonna do. Oh no, sorry, I confused sabotage and terror and all that. That's okay.
Mm.
So I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna do the original plan, which was to move. So I'm gonna travel with this guy into that, and now I'm gonna do propagandize. This guy would have been activated anyway, but it doesn't matter. Lower political will by 1. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Righto.
So I think you can still do something, but it doesn't matter, obviously. But if you can do something, do it. Can you get rid of this guy? I don't...
how do I...
Limit it up?
I need to limit it up to restore, so I can't do that. Okay. I mean, I need a special activity, so I can't restore.
All right. So,
basically, I can essentially just assault is probably what I'll do in Tel Aviv.
Sure.
And remove one of your guys available.
All right, so we'll do the final propaganda. Lower political will by 1 for each sabotage marker in districts. No. By 2 for each railway with a sabotage marker. There's 1. And nothing else. But see if those terror markers, sabotage markers had remained, it could have gotten a bit lower.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They're 3 each, aren't they, the terror?
Yeah. Increase political will by 2 if no railways. Nope. 1 for each city without sabotage or terror marker. So it goes up by 3. And that's it.
Right.
That's it. Well done.
That's it. Good job. That was fun.
Thoughts?
It's what I thought, right? Like even when you think it's pretty one-sided and there's like not a lot going on, like you can still get back in it. Like I don't think 8 points. Like you said, if you had those 2 terror markers, that's down to 2. That's pretty close.
Yeah, I think so. And like the game initially seems that there's not much you can do because of the very sort of tug of war back and forth type of situation. You do something only to get undone by the other player next turn.
Exactly.
But it's this, right? It's the manipulation of the turn order that makes it interesting. Yeah.
I actually do like going. I like the option of doing like the special op and activity, then you come in second. The other person has their turn or whatever, and then you do limited activity followed by another special open activity because you get the last
Choice.
turn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
That is the
Well done.
British way. This should only take about an hour on the table. Obviously, this took a lot longer. We were chatting away and spending a bit of time discussing things, but yeah, these are meant to be very quick games. They're a little bit fiddly on Tabletop Simulator, but not as much as some of the bigger games. So yeah, let us know if you like this. If you want us to do more, we can do more. But yeah, if I reckon a 4-player game of Andean Abyss would be awesome on Rally the Troops because of all the automation and all that sort of stuff. So it's just finding the time to do something like that with 4 people.
Absolutely. And, yeah, it is challenging getting, it's because they are longer as well. Like when we played, when we did that last one on Rally the Troops, we played it over a couple of days, a couple of sessions.
Yes.
Well, I suppose there's no reason we couldn't do that as well if we had to split it up.
No, it can happen. I think it's, the Rally the Troops makes these games go a lot faster as well. So, well, that was great.
Right.
Thanks, Mitch. Thanks for joining. Thanks everybody for sticking around to watch. Appreciate it. Stick around for another 4.5-hour episode of Mage Knight. I'm joking. I'm not going to do that again. I might though. You maybe stick around. I don't know. We'll see. I'll take a break and we'll see the amount of craziness I'm in for.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Mitch. I'll talk to you all soon.
Yeah.
Take care.